Hi and welcome back. We're at part 2 of the birth dates, and what I'm looking at here is to show you what a birth date really means. So with birthdays, do they really mean anything? Well, when you get your birth date, it's just your birth date. You don't think it much else other than that's when it's my birthday, that's when I'm getting presents, if you're going to get them. But when you're looking at a day and a month and a year that you're born in, it's a stamp. It's when you were born, you got this stamp on your backside, so to speak. But what it really meant was that that's the time you arrived on this planet and now were subjected to a whole lot of energy. Now, energy is something that a lot of people do not understand, but try and understand this. When you have fields of energy that affect you, like the sun will get you, you feel that warmth of that ray, or the wind energy hits you and you feel the chill of the wind, it's something that hits you from an external source. And on the day that you were born, when you basically leave mum, and you pop out and there you are, you're now completely on your own, exposed to the world. So you were once hidden here, protected by your own internal energy field, or mum's own internal energy field, and you left that and you came out of it, and then you're exposed to it. When you were exposed to it, you're exposed to every magnetic and field of energy that was around you, impressed you at that time. And it literally becomes fixed in your body with particular components, as I mentioned in another video to do with the magnetite. So let's just look at the day that you're born on. Every day of the month, 1 to 30, or well, in case of February, we'll leave that one alone, but basically when you're 30 odd days, 31 days, you've got this number 14 would appear in every month of the year, 12 times a year. So this is relatively frequent. 14th of any month is seen as 12 times a year. So even if we go 12 times, the month of 3rd, or March in this case here, appears twice, because we've got the March is the 3rd month, and December, if you add 1 and 2 together, also make 3. The year here, 1879. Now that is Albert Einstein's birth date, and I've chosen that one just for a particular reason. So 1879, 1 plus 8 is 9, and 9 is 18, and 7 is 25. 2 and 5 reduces to 7. So if this year here was to repeat itself to find another 7, we'd have to go ahead 9 years, which would take us up to 1888. 3 8s are 24, and 1 is 25, which is again 7. So when you can see that this one happens once every 9 years, your month happens every 1 to 2 times a year, and your birthday would happen at least 12 times a year. So this is an important period, because every time this particular birthday comes up for you, if you're born on the 14th day of the month has a significance to itself, and we're going to look at the numbers in particular. I'll just take out that, put that back under there. Now, the number 1, as we learned on the earlier set of the short series I put up for introductory, number 1 represents the self. So this person, or any person born on the 14th day of the month, likes to do things their way, in a technical type manner. The number 4 represents a disciplined, hands-on, hard-fixed, hard-working type number. So here you've got a person who likes to get hands-on and be hard-working. So apart from being hands-on and even innovative, because it's an entrepreneurial type number, it relates to the person and their way of handling tools. So 1 plus 4 is 5, but the number 5 represents a whole variety of things. It doesn't just represent travel, it represents movement, a variety of things that a person learns, and their skills become multitasking. So here's a person who's quite good with tool handling, a variety of tools, a variety of interests. The 3rd month is also part of the monthly or the annual time when this person, or Albert in this case here, happens to have his birthday every year. So once a year that comes up. No matter what happens to the years down here, it's always the 14th of March. So here we've got now this part which is fixed annually, and this one here just rotates once every 9 years. But let's get back to basics. Birthday, 5, plus birth month, 3, plus birth year, 7. 5 and 3 is 8, and 7 adds up to 15. And 1 plus 5 equals 6. This one is like a habit. The person does this so often it becomes a habit. It's frequent, becomes a habit. The whole birth date here is once every 9 years, but in total, because of the impression that came on Albert when he was born, that's fixed. So that there is fixed for life. Your birth date is fixed for life. You can't change that. You can change your name, you can change your residence, you can change much about yourself, but not your birth date. And so when we're looking at this here, what does this whole birth date represent? 6 is a number of responsibility. You're taking care of other people or doing things in an organised, managed way so that it works for all. The 15 at the top, that makes that 6 up. 1 again, the self, me, the individual, I do things my way. And 5 is the many things. And if a person does a lot of things their way, they've actually got a lot of skills. And the skills that they have are like a teacher producing information for other people. A skilled worker with their hands and tools. And when you look at the whole thing, a person who has the ability to multitask with a lot of areas in a way that's very, very responsible. So Albert, in other words, was a person who had a skill base, working hands-on with stuff, a variety of things, able to adapt and to change to them, but he did it in a very responsible manner. Now this applies to all of your birthdays, including my birthday. So birthdays, do they really mean anything? Yes, they do. Just because you can't see it does not mean it doesn't exist. And so therefore, looking at this kind of material in the first instance might seem a little bit fun and whatever, but it's real. And the kind of stuff or the feedback I get from people at times is absolutely mind-blowing. And I just happened to have had a person on my computers over here, came back overnight and said they bought one of my reports once, and they said it didn't really make much sense until after things had gone on and they'd looked back and everything that I had said would happen took place. And now they're fixed on looking at what's ahead for the next few months. So this stuff really does work. And after 39 years of doing this, I can say it does as well. Thanks for watching and look forward to the next video which follows this one. Peter Vaughan, signing up for this one.